Black space is a very scary place that you should never visit unless you're trying to overcome your trauma. But there is a lot of mystery surrounding that place. For example, can the black space rooms actually represent Sunny's state of mind prior to the game? Okay, ignoring the terrible intro, let's start off with the thing that gave me this idea, which is the bed area. In here, there's tons of beds, a bunch of marks that seem to count the passing days, and drawn clocks on the wall, or the background. I don't really know if it's a wall or a background, but anyway, the most interesting part is that there's a whole phone in here, and when answered, Sunny's mom says, "Sunny, we're moving away." The fact that there's something that seems to be a memory here implies that black space is more than just some random rooms made by Sunny. Also, if we take the line from the call and the appearance of the room into context, they both combine to illustrate what could have been Sunny's state of mind during this time period the room was created. Perhaps when he first learned he was moving away, his depression got worse and it was completely bettered, and he spent his time counting the days until he moved, knowing he would forever leave his friends with the trauma he caused them. Of course, this was all before he would go out and single-handedly save Faraway Town. So the question is, does this apply to every black space room? Well, I guess that depends on one's perspective, because what the frick is this supposed to be? On the other end, however, these rooms do seem to have some sort of meaning behind them, except for that one, of course. For example, the first black space area is called the pain area, which would make a lot of sense since Sunny would indeed feel a lot of pain right after the truth, which I am assuming this room was made right after it due to it being the first room in chronological order. And also there's a disturbingly realistic looking something here, so that could mean the event was still fresh in Sunny's mind, which is kind of very messed up. We also have the backyard area in which Sunny is called a liar several times until we find something, aka Marie, and she tells him she loves him, which may be a reference to how Sunny felt about himself at the time. Like Omori said in his fight, Sunny loved her and he killed her. Yet despite knowing what he did, he continued to lie to everyone, hence the continuous repetition of liar. Finally, we have the beach area, which looks pretty much identical to the same beach Sunny and his friends visited that one time in the photo album. The thing I want to bring up here is not the appearance of the room, but the dialogue from Stranger. In here, Stranger says, "Our friends who have suffered because of us, can we still call them friends? No matter how much I want it, things can't go back to the way they were before. But why does part of me still cling on? Is there still hope left for us, Sunny?" Technically, Stranger himself is a part of Sunny. After all, he's just an imaginary figure he created in his mind. So with this in mind, I believe Stranger itself can kind of be considered Sunny's thoughts, at least partially. So with this in mind, combining the text and the appearance of the room again creates an image of guilt of Sunny. He feels guilty over the truth and wonders if he can ever be friends with his friends again, especially after lying to them for so long. And the beach itself can represent Sunny looking back at the happy memories only to be reminded of what he did to destroy them. Speaking of Stranger quotes though, let's take a trip back to the bed area where he mentions how Sunny kept the truth shut out for so long until something made it slip. And this is the very same room in which Sunny's mom told him they're moving. With everything in mind, I think it's pretty possible that the thing that made the truth slip and surface again was Sunny learning that he was moving away, which would make the entire bed area as a whole a very good example of black space rooms showing the state of Sunny's mind. So looking at some of these rooms, some of them indeed represent how Sunny thought about himself at the time before the whole game. However, we also see several other rooms of Sunny doing morally questionable things to Basil, resulting in his imaginary death several times. But like, why though? Honestly, I feel like that in itself could be a whole video, so I'll kind of save it for now. So for now, we can conclude that some of the rooms can represent the state of Sunny's mind prior to the events of the game, and in several different ways. But there are also rooms that seem to be for entirely different things. Just don't get caught liking here, or else you'll... Wait, guys. What's that noise?